Oprah Winfrey's life is often described as one of the greatest success stories in modern media, but beneath the fame lies a far more complex human journey. She rose from extreme poverty in rural America to become one of the most influential women in the world, redefining television and shaping global culture. Yet her success was not built on privilege, but on survival, resilience, and relentless self-reinvention. Her story is not just about wealth or fame, but about overcoming a childhood marked by instability, hardship, and trauma, and transforming personal pain into a lifelong mission of voice, purpose, and empowerment. Early life in poverty and instability. Oprah Gail Winfrey was born in Mississippi in 1954 into a world shaped by poverty and racial segregation. Her early years were spent in rural hardship, often moving between relatives and environments where stability was rare. She experienced neglect, strict discipline, and emotional isolation, but also discovered early exposure to reading and storytelling that became her escape. Books and language offered her the first sense of identity beyond circumstance. Even as a child, she stood out for her intelligence and verbal ability. Though her environment rarely nurtured her potential, survival, rather than comfort, defined her earliest understanding of life and belonging. Childhood trauma and emotional struggles. As she grew older, Oprah faced deeply painful experiences that shaped her emotional world and sense of trust. These early traumas created long-lasting effects, including feelings of shame, confusion, and isolation that she carried into adolescence. Rather than receiving consistent protection or emotional support, she often internalized responsibility for what had happened to her. This psychological burden deeply affected her self-image during formative years. Despite this, she continued to excel academically and verbally, showing extraordinary resilience. Her ability to function under emotional distress became both a survival mechanism and the foundation for her later strength in connecting with others on a profound human level. Education and discovery of her voice school became one of the few places where Oprah experienced recognition and encouragement. Teachers quickly noticed her exceptional communication skills, intellectual curiosity, and natural presence when speaking. She found refuge in debate, drama, and reading, where she could express herself freely and imagine possibilities beyond her circumstances. A key turning point came when mentors encouraged her to pursue her voice seriously, helping her see communication not just as expression but as power. These early affirmations helped rebuild her confidence and provided structure during turbulent years. Education became the bridge between her painful past and the emerging sense of a possible future. First steps into media. Oprah's entry into media began in her teenage years when she won a public speaking competition that opened doors to radio work. At a remarkably young age, she began reading news on air, gaining her first experience with broadcasting and public communication. This opportunity was transformative, giving her not only financial independence but also validation of her talent. She discovered the power of voice in shaping perception and connection. Working in radio allowed her to step into professional environments where her abilities were recognized rather than questioned, marking the beginning of a career that would eventually redefine global media. Early career and rapid growth. By the time she entered college, Oprah was already gaining professional experience in broadcasting. She attended Tennessee State University while continuing to work in media, balancing education with early career opportunities. Her natural ability to connect with audiences set her apart from others in the field. She transitioned from radio into television reporting, where her emotional intelligence and authenticity became defining traits. Unlike traditional broadcasters, she brought warmth and relatability to her work, which resonated deeply with viewers. These early professional experiences laid the foundation for her unique style of communication, blending journalism with human-centered storytelling that would later define her brand. Rise in television and national recognition. Oprah's breakthrough came when she transitioned into television hosting, eventually leading her own talk show. Her program quickly gained national attention for its emotional depth, candid conversations, and focus on real human experiences. Unlike conventional talk shows, it prioritized vulnerability, personal stories, and social issues. Her ability to listen and empathize created a powerful connection with audiences across America and beyond. Over time, the show became a cultural phenomenon, dominating daytime television for decades. This period marked her transformation from broadcaster to cultural icon, as her influence extended beyond entertainment into literature, lifestyle, and public discourse on a global scale. Building an empire and facing challenges. As her influence grew, Oprah expanded into business, publishing, and eventually network ownership, building a media empire that redefined celebrity entrepreneurship. She launched book clubs that could turn titles into instant bestsellers and used her platform to spotlight important social issues. However, her journey was not without challenges, including financial risks and the pressures of maintaining a global brand. The creation of her own network represented both ambition and vulnerability, testing her leadership in new ways. Despite setbacks, she remained a powerful figure in media, continuously adapting to changing industries while maintaining her core identity rooted in storytelling and authenticity. Legacy, influence, and emotional complexity. Oprah Winfrey's legacy extends far beyond television. She became a symbol of resilience, empowerment, and transformation, inspiring millions to pursue education, healing, and self-improvement. Yet her story also reflects emotional complexity, as personal fulfillment does not always follow public success. Despite wealth and global admiration, she has often spoken about the importance of inner peace and emotional healing over external achievement. Her influence reshaped media by centering human stories and vulnerability. She also used her platform for philanthropy and education initiatives, creating opportunities for others. Her life demonstrates that impact and struggle can coexist within the same extraordinary human journey. Outro: the cost of greatness. Oprah Winfrey's journey is ultimately a reflection of both triumph and cost. She rose from circumstances that could have defined her limits, instead turning them into fuel for a remarkable career that reshaped global media. Yet her story also reminds us that success does not erase the past, nor fully heal emotional wounds. Behind the achievements lies a lifelong process of healing, self-discovery, and reflection. Her legacy is not only measured in influence or wealth, but in the countless lives she has touched through honesty and vulnerability. Her life leaves a lasting question about resilience, purpose, and what it truly means to overcome.